Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're focusing on something pretty interesting in online entertainment. It's the demo play mode for this really high energy live game show, Crazy Time.
Right. Launched by Evolution Gaming back in 2020. It's huge.
Exactly. And our mission today is basically to show you how this demo mode works and maybe more importantly, what you can actually learn from it.
Because the core thing, the challenge we need to jump into right away
Yeah.
is it's kind of paradoxical, right? Running a demo for something that's actually happening live.
Yeah. Like when you think demo, you think video game practice, risk-free, maybe pre-recorded.
Uh-huh. But how do you do that for a live broadcast? You've got a real host, a physical wheel, things happening right now in a TV studio.
It doesn't fit the normal demo mold at all. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Crazy Time really depends on that massive, colorful wheel, right? 54 segments, spun by a person.
A real person, yeah.
So making an accurate computer simulation you can just practice on. Well, it's tricky without some serious engineering. The action is always live.
Mm-hmm. And that live constraint, it really dictates what kind of demo you end up getting. It changes the experience completely.
Because it's run by people with physical stuff, not just computer graphics.
Right. So the standard Crazy Time demo, it isn't really a practice session like you might expect. It has to be more like watching.
Observation, yeah. They actually call it watching mode. That's what you'll mostly find.
Right.
It's like being a fly on the wall. You get the super clear live stream of the actual game, the one people are betting real money on, happening in real time.
You see everything, spins, bonuses, the hosts.
Everything. But you, the person learning, you can't place a bet. You can't interact in that way. It's like top-tier spectating.
Which makes sense, I guess. They're using the same feed, the same setup they have for paying players.
Mm-hmm. They just let viewers in who aren't betting.
It leverages their existing infrastructure. Smart.
But, if I'm trying to learn, I kind of want to click things. I want to see what happens if I bet on, say, 5 different numbers or just the bonus rounds.
Feel it out, yeah.
Watching mode doesn't quite scratch that itch for risk-free doing. So, is there any way around that? For people who want that fake money feel.
That's a really good question. And yeah, the sources we looked at mentioned something specific here. While there are versions of Crazy Time with like practice mode with fake money.
Ah, they do exist then.
They do, but they're much harder to find. Usually they're kind of hidden behind certain regional licenses or specific casino setups. Not common.
Okay, so not easy to track down. Which brings us to that other idea the research found. An alternative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you really want that risk-free simulation where you're clicking buttons and placing fake bets, you might have to look at games that are, well, mechanically very similar, like a clone almost.
Okay, like what?
There's this game mentioned called Gold of Baboon. Apparently it has remarkably similar stuff going on.
How similar?
Big colorful spinning wheel, multipliers, interactive bonus rounds. The core mechanics feel a lot like Crazy Time.
And it lets you practice.
Yeah, it gives you a virtual balance, fake money, so you can play around risk-free. It's probably the closest you'll get to a functional Crazy Time simulator if just watching isn't enough for how you learn.
That's a key difference then. You can simulate the mechanics, but not that specific live show environment.
Precisely.
And we should also note access. Even for the basic watching mode,
Right.
just the live stream, you usually have to register an account first.
Right. It's not just wide open, typically. You need to sign up.
Why is that, do you think?
Well, connecting back to the logistics for Evolution Gaming, registration probably helps them manage server load, track viewer numbers, things like that.
Makes sense.
They're running this massive global high-def broadcast constantly. Keeping the service smooth, especially for paying players, has got to be priority number one.
And the quality is really good. Even in demo mode, it's not some grainy feed. And it's not just one studio either, is it? The sources mentioned a whole multi-studio thing.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge operation. You might see options like Crazy Time Studio 1 or Crazy Time Studio 2.
What's the difference there?
Often there's simultaneous feeds of the same game. Maybe different hosts, or just handling the sheer volume of players placing bets. It really shows you the scale of the infrastructure behind it.
Wow. And they even customize it for different places. I saw that mention of Crazy Time Italia.
Yeah, fascinating, isn't it? Same game mechanics, same wheel, same bonuses, but produced for the Italian market, probably with Italian-speaking hosts.
So you're watching a complex global entertainment product, but tailored locally.
Exactly. And it means that you, the learner, you're getting an accurate picture of the specific version you might actually play later on.
Okay, so let's say you're registered, you're in the stream watching Studio One or whatever. This is where the real learning starts. This is where it gets interesting.
hmm The demo becomes like the perfect classroom for the game rules.
You get to really learn the layout of that big wheel, all 54 segments.
And that wheel is absolutely the core of it all. You need to know what's on there. Most of it is the numbers, right? The ones, twos, fives, and tens.
Yeah, the ones and twos pop up most often. Lower payout.
Makes sense. Lower risk, lower reward.
And then you've got those 4 special bonus games. Coin flip, cash hunt, pachinko, and the big one, Crazy Time itself.
Those are the ones people really hope for. Much less frequent, but they can have huge multipliers attached.
And by watching the demo, just observing, you start to get a real feel for how often those bonuses actually land compared to the regular numbers.
You internalize the rhythm of the game.
Critically, too, because you're watching the live feed, the video quality is top-notch.
Yeah, you see the bright studio, the host's energy, how the bonus games actually play out visually. It's all there in detail.
There's no guessing. What you see in the demo is exactly how the real game looks and feels and, well, functions mechanically.
Which gives you a really accurate representation.
And that high-quality view leads us right into what's probably the biggest advantage for someone really trying to learn, getting statistical insights and testing strategies without any risk.
Strategy testing? Absolutely. That's the prime benefit. You can watch and see what happens with different approaches.
Like, what if I mentally tracked bets only on the 4 bonus rounds? High risk, right?
Super high risk. Or you could track a lower risk approach, maybe covering the ones and twos and just one bonus.
And you can see how those play out over, say, an hour or 2 of watching.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
demo lets you gather that data, that observational data, with zero financial stress.
What kind of data are we really talking about, though? Just seeing past winning numbers?
It's usually deeper than that. Most demo modes will show you the game history, often quite detailed statistics too.
Okay.
And this data is incredibly valuable. It confirms how the game is actually built, mathematically, including the long-term return to player, the RTP.
Ah, the RTP. I've heard that term.
For Crazy Time, over a huge number of spins, it's designed to pay back about 96% of all the money bet on it.
96%. Okay, pause there. That seems like a crucial number. You're not just watching spins, you're seeing the underlying math.
You are.
But hold on, why would they show you that? Wouldn't it be better marketing to, I don't know, rig the demo feed slightly to show constant big wins to get you excited?
That's a really, really important point about trust and transparency.
Right.
The fact they show the real stats, the real variance, the actual 96% RTP structure, that's actually a sign they're confident in the game's fairness. If they fake the demo results and players found out.
They'd lose all credibility instantly.
Exactly. By showing the real deal, the good and the bad streaks, the actual 96% math, they're managing your expectations about risk up front.
So they're kind of teaching you that, yes, over the very long haul, the house edge means you'll likely lose about 4%.
On average, yes.
But that structure is also what allows for the big swings, the variance, the chance for that huge multiplier win that makes it exciting short term.
Precisely. It's a fundamental lesson in expected value versus short-term volatility. Plus, seeing that data helps you understand the natural ups and downs of chance. The demo shows you, look, sometimes the wheel might go 30, 40, 50 spins without hitting any bonus round.
And that's not weird.
No, that's normal variance. It's just statistics playing out. If you start playing for real money without seeing that in the demo first, a perfectly normal dry spell might make you think, oh, this game's rigged, or it's broken.
And you might quit or change your strategy based on a false assumption.
Right. The demo proves that weird-looking streaks are just part of the random landscape.
Yeah.
It builds that statistical intuition.
Which leads right into that common worry people might have. Are the demo results fake? Because it almost feels too good to be true that you're seeing the exact same outcomes as the people betting real money.
And the answer to that is a clear, definite no. They are not fake.
How can we be so sure?
Because the demo versions, whether it's Studio One, Studio Two, or Crazy Time Italia, they are broadcasting the actual live game. The exact same feed.
Ah, okay, so it's literally the same camera feed.
Yes. If that wheel lands on number 10 in the demo you're watching, it landed on number 10 for every single person playing for real money at that exact moment. The integrity of what you learn statistically comes directly from the fact that it's an unedited live broadcast.
That makes total sense. The stream is the product.
Okay, so we've covered the upsides. Testing strategies mentally, getting real stats, high-quality view of the game. Now we need to balance things out. Look at the limitations. What important stuff does the demo mode leave out?
Well, the first big one, and maybe what people miss most, is the social side.
Ah, the chat.
Yeah. Live casino games often have this community feel, right? People
Yeah.
chatting with the host, with each other. Demo users can't do that. You can't join the chat.
So you miss out on that shared buzz, the collective groans or cheers.
Exactly. That whole social energy is missing. You are basically just a silent observer.
And kind of related to that, the emotional realism isn't there, is it? Not at all. We know this from, like, behavioral economics, right?
Yeah.
People make fundamentally different choices when real money is involved versus fake points or just watching.
Yeah, the pressure is different.
Totally. So the strategies you think you'd use while watching the demo risk-free,
Yeah.
they might go out the window when there's actual cash on the line. That emotional friction is absent.
It doesn't feel quite real.
It can't, really.
Yeah.
And there's also a very practical sort of technical drawback you need to be aware of.
Oh, what's that?
Access stability. These live streaming services, understandably, prioritize their paying customers.
Okay.
So during really busy times, peak hours, if the servers are under strain, guess who might get bumped off or experience glitches first?
The demo watchers.
Probably, yeah. The service needs to ensure a smooth, high-bandwidth experience for the players actually betting. It just highlights the commercial reality of these operations.
So getting smooth demo access isn't guaranteed. It's more like a privilege when there's enough bandwidth to go around. That's really important for learners to know. Okay, as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, let's nail down the 2 absolute must-remember facts from watching a Crazy Time demo.
Okay, number 1, the foundational rule. You cannot win real money. Ever.
Right. No matter what happens on screen, no cash prizes for demo watchers.
The whole point is learning and observation, zero potential for profit. That has to be crystal clear.
Got it. And number 2.
Tying back to the stats and the variance we discussed, demo results show past spins only. They don't predict the future.
The gambler's fallacy.
Exactly. Every single spin of that wheel is independent. Just because the Crazy Time bonus hasn't hit in 50 spins doesn't mean it's due on spin 51.
It means absolutely nothing about the next spin.
Nothing. Each spin starts fresh, probabilistically speaking, understanding that independence is vital for any game of chance.
So summing it all up then, what does this all mean for you, the listener? The Crazy Time demo, it's way more than just a simple trial.
Much more. It's a high-def live window into the game.
Giving you really valuable insights into the mechanics, the studio vibe, those 54 segments, and crucially, the real statistics like that 96% RTP.
You gain a ton of knowledge.
But the trade-off is you lose the emotional roller coaster and the social fun of playing for real.
Right. Which leads us to maybe a final thought for you to chew on, building on that idea of independence and the stats.
Okay.
If watching the demo really helps you internalize that a long dry spell for bonuses is just, normal variance and doesn't mean anything about the next spin. How does knowing that, combined with knowing that overall 96% gets paid back long term, how does that fundamentally change how you think about risk and strategy in any game based on independent chance?
Does knowing the math shift your goal from just chasing luck to maybe accepting a calculated cost for entertainment?
Exactly. Does it change how you view the whole experience? Something to think about next time you see that wheel spin.
Fantastic point to end on. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for tuning in.